So hey guys, welcome back to another Axel 72 video, and it's a pleasure today to be joined by Ste Clarke. Ste, how are we, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Doing amazing, thank you. And like I mentioned, pleasure to be speaking to you today. And for anybody who may not know, am I right in saying you're a middleweight who want to know?
Yes, that's correct.
It's amazing. Well, I'll start with the question, which I always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
I've always been into like combat sports. I used to do Thai boxing before I got into boxing. Ended up getting injured and then decided to go into boxing.
Mhm. Of course. And did that injury really affect too much from an earlier age?
Um, no, I used to be a Thai boxer and then I got an injury in my knees through like the excess kicking, etc. So I decided I'm gonna just just punch, and stop the kicking, and change to boxing, which has helped.
No, of course. It's a quite a natural progression. You see a lot of fighters start from that of, kicking sports, then go into boxing. And I suppose, when you look back upon your amateur career, do you remember what happened in that of your first amateur fight?
Yeah, I do. I got beat. I think it was just a full on scrap. Um, but I learned from that, learned to just box, not just go out there and just have a war with the kid. Need to like use my boxing technique, and you know, I did that eventually.
No, of course. And, from that whole amateur time, what would you say was that of your biggest achievement?
Probably win the senior ABAs, the elites. That was the best achievement for me. Yeah, it was good winning them.
Mhm. Of course, and the amateur scene at the moment, it seems to be getting more and more eyes upon them. And is that just, in your opinion, something which is good to see?
Yeah, no, it's very good to see the viewers and the eyes on the amateur sport getting bigger now because the kids saying like train their heart out. You know what I mean? So it's big. It's good to see the sport getting bigger and bigger.
Mhm. And often you hear fighters when they turn into the pros, they say that they have a bit more of a pro style. And would you say that maybe you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, I know everyone says it like, but I think I do. I think my style is more suited to the pros, where you get kids who are more like fast in and out,
Mhm.
which are more suited to the amateurs. I think the more rounds will suit me too because I feel like I've got a good engine on me.
Mhm. Of course. And I suppose, why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I said to myself, my goal was to win the senior elites. So once I won that, I said I'd turn pro, and I did. So I decided to turn pro.
Mhm. No, it's, I suppose, for yourself and your career, has it always been, step by step goals?
Yeah, not not to rush anything. Just take it step at a time, and just see what happens. Really.
Mhm. Of course. And professional debut wise, you seem to, really create a stir, and it was a real good one to see. And did you feel pleased with that professional debut?
Yeah, I was pleased. I was pleased with the overall experience of it. It was good. Obviously the stoppage was a bit awkward, but stoppage is a stoppage. I had a good atmosphere, sold a few tickets, so I was happy. I was happy with it.
Mhm. And I know you probably don't want to address the ticket selling part too much, but you definitely sold more than a few. And it was a big crowd there for your pro debut. Did you suffer too much with nerves beforehand?
To be honest, I thought I'd be a little bit more nervous than I was. Because obviously I've never experienced nothing in that like that in the amateurs. It's usually just like a sport hall you're fighting. So I was, expecting to be a little bit more nervous, but I felt like I was fine. I took it on board, took it in my stride, and felt like I was okay with all the atmosphere and the noise.
And when you sell as many tickets as you did before a pro debut, obviously it was something that was a bit new to you, that whole process. Was it difficult to make sure all the tickets were, making sure they were getting to the right places and everything like that?
A little bit, yeah, because obviously this is our first fight, so it's just getting used to it, getting the experience of how to sort stuff out and that. But my manager Paul helped me with that and helped me and my mum. My mum was a big help with that, so I can't thank her enough.
Mhm. No, it's brilliant to have that support, and obviously you managed to get a stoppage. It was, like you mentioned, a little bit of an interesting one, but nonetheless a stoppage. And as a prospect coming up, it's always nice to see somebody who are getting stoppages and not just going the full distance and trying to just win on points and keep their O. Is that the mentality you're going into the pros with? Of course, you want to win, but you also want to keep that entertaining factor.
Yeah, no, definitely. You want to go in there, you want to look good, you want to put on a show for the promoters because eventually you want to get signed. So looking for those stoppages on your record is ideal for you.
Indeed. And what would you say currently is that of your main motivation, I suppose, for the sport?
I'm not too sure. I love the sport. I love training. Love boxing. I love just going to the gym every day. I don't see it as a chore. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy the tough sessions. So um, I don't really have much motivation. Maybe I just want to get on more big shows and make more big nights for like my friends and family who come out and buy tickets for me. My mum and dad have put a lot of like time into me boxing, so I wanna make them proud at the end of the day and make myself proud.
No, that's of course the most important part. And you're out again on the big show, April 13th. You're on the Barrett Gill undercard, and I suppose how did it come about? When did you find out you were going to be on a big card again?
I think it was about 4 weeks ago. I found out. Yeah, we were out in Portugal training, um, and my manager said, "Oh, got you on the bill." With it being in like the northwest, he asked if we could get a slot, and he said, "Of course." So, oh yeah, made up to be on such a big bill like that in the AO Arena as well. So, no buzzing.
Of course, and as it seems like you were already out training beforehand, has it always, just kind of been stay in camp, not really leave training too much?
Yeah, just stay in the gym. Obviously, not flat out all the time, but stay in the gym. Keep a good baseline fitness, and then when the call comes, a couple of weeks in camp, you're ready then. So saves you saves you having to spend weeks and weeks getting your fitness back together. So you're always there or thereabouts, which is easier for yourself.
Mhm. Of course, and when you speak about, I'm sure you're going to be wanting to be active, and is that the plan for this year? How many fights are you looking to have?
Yeah, I'm looking to have. I'd like to at least five this year. That's how many I want this year. So fingers crossed we can get that many, if not more. That'd be great.
Indeed, and I suppose possibly going on to the latter part of this year, would that step up to six rounders be what you wanted?
Yeah, I only won. I'd say one, maybe two more four rounders, and then move to the six rounders because in the amateurs you do three rounds, so one round different. It's not much different. So I think as I move up to the six and so on, I'd start performing a bit better as well. You getting to see a bit more of me.
Indeed, and I suppose overall aspirations for the sport, what would you say they are?
I just want to go as far as possible. Achieve, put everything into the sport and see what I can achieve. Don't want to leave the sport with no regrets, which I know I'll put everything into it. So that's my goal. Yeah, achieve as much as I can.
And I suppose if you come on here and I ask you the question, what makes yourself interesting as a fighter? How would you sell that to me?
I don't know. Tough question. Interesting. I don't know. I like to see myself as a nice person.
Mm.
So nice person to get along with. So that can be interesting, maybe.
No, of course. Sorry for putting you on the spot there a little bit, mate.
Oh, it's alright. Don't worry about it.
No, of course. Well, like you mentioned, you have, seemingly quite big aspirations. You want to take it as far as possible. And what would you say would be maybe a dream venue of yours to fight at?
The O2 Arena would be nice. But like again, I made my debut in the Echo or the M&S Bank Arena. That's big arena, obviously, and the AO Arena is my next fight. That's another favorite of mine. So maybe the O2 to finish off.
Mhm.
That'd be nice.
Mhm. No, of course. And, I suppose Liverpool boxing, there's been some amazing talents from there, but currently, do you feel like it is, thriving?
Yeah, Liverpool at the moment is thriving. I think it obviously was thriving back in the day, and then I think it had like a little dip, but now we've got so many up and coming prospects now. No, it's good for the city. It's good to see.
Mhm. And are you very proud to represent that city?
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Liverpool's it's a great city full of great people, so I'm proud to support and represent Liverpool.
Of course. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I want to ask one final question, and any fighter that comes on here, I always like to, open the floor, and is there anything you want to promote, shout out, anything like that?
Just shout out to all my sponsors. There's too many to name, but if you go on my Instagram, they're all there. So just want to say a big thank you to all them, and thanks to all my family and friends who've bought tickets so far for my next fight, April the 13th.
Mhm. Indeed. Well, pleasure, like I mentioned, Steve, and hopefully,
Thank you.
hopefully maybe with a couple more fights down the line or anything like that, we either can catch up on Zoom or maybe I'll be able to catch you in person, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. That'd be good. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Thank you. And so if you are new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like video if you did indeed like video, and thanks.